Good morning from Kilikis. I ended up in Kilikis yesterday. Tried to get to the border again. Didn't make it there. And basically what happened was I got the ticket to a nearby station or village to the border. Then I got out and I asked, how do I get to this border? They told me, yo, you can try the bus or a taxi. So I tried to get to the bus station, but the train station was an hour from the center of this village. So there was nothing there. So I just started walking because there was no other option. I was already tired from the whole day walking in Thessaloniki. But I just started walking and accepting the fact that I had to walk for an hour. After, I don't know, 15 minutes maybe, I came near a big road and there was a car that stopped. And this guy told me, "Yeah, you can come inside if you want." And he was my age basically, so I was like, okay, sure. He dropped me off in the center. Very nice guy. It took 5 minutes now with the car. And yeah, he was my age exactly, and he lived there, and we had a little talk, and that's it. He dropped me off in front of the bus station, so I went inside. I asked if there's a bus to that location, and not anymore. Only tomorrow, so today, at 12:15 or another one at 2 o'clock. So the only option at that moment was taking a taxi, and it was already 7 o'clock in the evening. Taking a taxi basically across the border at night, didn't really feel like doing that. It was also very expensive. I was exhausted, so I accepted the fact it was not gonna work that day. So I just immediately looked on maps, and I saw a hotel. I called the hotel, "Do you have a room?" They said yes. I said, "How much is it?" They said 45. I checked Airbnb, it was literally one listing. So I just went for the hotel, just like, okay, it's what it is. I just checked in. When I checked in, I went outside to a restaurant, get some food, took a shower and just ate and slept quite early. And finally a little bit good for the energy. So that's basically the story. Today I'm gonna try again to get to the border. So that's that. So a pretty normal room. Fridge. Television. Bathroom. Pretty normal. So, welcome from Grevgelia. I made it to the other side of the border with a lot of effort. At the border town, I took the bus to the border town. From there, the only option to get there was by taxi. So I took a taxi for 30 minutes, which was 20 euros, to the border. He dropped me off. I walked across the Greek side. Then in basically the no man's land, a cab driver took me from the Macedonian side. We crossed the Macedonian border, and he dropped me off in this village, which is like 5 minutes from the border, to take the train. And I just waited a couple of hours in this little village. It's a nice village, nothing interesting. It's a bit run down, but okay. This station doesn't look like it's working, so I was for hours thinking like, is this even gonna be a train or not? But let's have a look, because I just arrived. This train is gonna take me to Skopje. So as you can see, the train trip is breathtaking because you have hills and mountains and green fields and rivers and streams and everything you can imagine. It's beautiful. The only downside is that it is very hot in the summer because those trains are just a metal box. They don't have an air conditioning. They only have those open windows, so you're hanging outside like a dog the entire time for some fresh air. So every time we stop at those strange, obscure little places, and there's nothing here, and then we stop and I'm like, what? Why we're stopping? and then there's a station. There's just a farm here. It's really in those countries. Stations are the weirdest places basically, and they're just completely like ruins. And then suddenly this conductor comes out of this building and it's like, oh, this is a station. Okay. This is one of those stations that we stopped. Absolutely nothing here. Just this broken building. People actually got off here. Good day from Skopje, Macedonia, North Macedonia I have to say. So I arrived yesterday evening in the city after a pretty long, well not so long train ride, it was I think an hour and a half maybe. Train was pretty hot, but was not as bad as like in Sofia. So yeah, I just needed to walk to this place, and it's kind of like an apartment that you rent, so the key was in the door basically, and I just entered and that was it. And it's a very good place. It's barely even done. They're still building it actually. So like for example, there's still some cables and things are not really done yet, like painting and stuff. They're still busy. But this is the bathroom. Looks very nice, very normal. And very good big shower head over there. But yeah, nothing special, everything works. We have the bed over here, which is very decent, nice bed. We have 2 chairs, television, you see that they're still busy. And a nice kitchenette basically. You need everything you have. You know, fridge and everything, sink, plates, pans, etc. Everything is there. And we have an airco, which is good. We have here an air conditioning, which is on, you can do cold mode, everything. Just close the window of course, and then it becomes nice and cool. So yeah, you can sleep pretty decent here. And it is next to the center. The center is just like a few minutes walking over that way. So yeah, after a lot of traveling and problems with crossing borders and everything, this is for sure a good alternative to finally have some rest. So this morning I took some rest. I just organized some things for my travel. I just booked all the Airbnbs that I wanted to book. I booked a car for tomorrow, and yeah, that's basically it. So after walking up this road up to the castle, it's very hot, mostly humid today. There's a lot of pressure today. I got here in this castle. Don't see any entrance fee or something, anybody here, just the gate is open. I guess you can walk around. So let's do that. And I really need some water. Oh yeah, also if you can see over there, there's a mosque, which we will look at later. And another one over there. But yeah, this is quickly the castle basically. Let's see what we can do over here. Maybe nothing. And over there, on the mountain, is a giant cross. which illuminates it dark. I don't know what they're building up next to that, but maybe some kind of lookout. The view is anyway stunning. Skopje is really surrounded by mountains and everything. It's really nice. Oh, what's over here? Let's have a look. Doesn't look very open. Don't think that this is anything. Oop. It is very, very dirty, very, very close. A lot of dust inside, a lot of dust. Who knows, maybe this was for COVID. Or maybe in general, who knows. Oh, let's look what's more. As you can see, it's completely open. Everybody can come here. There's no controls here. You don't pay anything. You just walk here, that's it. It's a nice view though. But it's really hot. What's in here? Okay. Now what is this for? I don't think that there's anything here that you can go to. No. You can just look outside. No. Just a smelly cave. The first fortress of Skopje was built by the Romans, but it was totally destroyed by a massive earthquake in the year 518. Following this, the by now Byzantine Emperor Justinian rebuilt it in the 6th century. In the 10th and 11th century, they kept expanding the fortress until its current state. During the centuries it has been destroyed many times by conflict and war, until its very last destruction by an earthquake again in 1963. Since then it has been largely neglected until finally in 2006 they started the reconstruction and rebuilding of the fort. But I don't know what they're doing, but it doesn't look like they're doing much at the moment. Skopje itself is actually quite old. It has been inhabited since 4000 BC, which is the same as the pyramids, for example. Its name probably comes from Greek, which means watcher or observer, because of its high vantage point. It has always been on the crossroads of empires. It was part of the Dardanian Empire, Roman Empire, Byzantine Empire, Bulgarian Empire, Serbian Empire, mostly the Ottoman Empire, then the Serbian Kingdom, and then Yugoslavia, and then it became independent. The currency of North Macedonia, let's have a look. So here we have 100, which has a nice view of Skopje on it. I got 2 of them actually, and my Cyrillic is not that great, but I know it says Narodna Banka na Republika Macedonia, which basically translates to National Bank of Republic of Macedonia. Then we got the 50, very nice and colorful. I think it's one of the most beautiful currencies I've seen thus far. Then you got the 10 with the peacock. Very nice, very colorful again. Got a couple of these. Then we have the coins. We have 10 dinar, which has a peacock on it. Then we have 5 dinar,
which has a lynx on it. Then we have 2 dinar, which has a fish on it. And the last one, we have 1 dinar, which has a wolf on it. So as beautiful as the currency is, it's quite worthless, because 100 dinar is €1.16. So when I was driving a lot, I had to pay a lot of tolls, and they were roughly 30-40 dinar. That basically translates to 60 euro cents. So it's mostly just annoying to stop, but not a lot of money. So this is the currency of North Macedonia. So after the earthquake of 1963, the city was mostly neglected. But then finally in 2014 they started a project of revitalizing the city and introducing this neoclassical style and embracing their old ancient figures that they assume are theirs. Since then, they have already built 20 buildings and 40 monuments. That's why the city looks so new. The price tag for this was supposed to be maximum $500 million, but it has already passed the 700 million mark. So this is the Art Bridge, one of their many projects, and it consists of 29 statues of artists and musicians. It cost $2.5 million, and the funny thing is they don't want you to actually stand on it too long, because they use those high-pitched noises to keep people away. There's a lot of controversy about all of those statues, because other countries, they accuse North Macedonia of stealing their historical icons or figures. And the most controversial, of course, is the statue of Alexander the Great, who was originally born in Greece.
Hello everyone, hello. Welcome to another reading of the postcard. The postcards are...
That's my line.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, it's Jason.
Oh.
Hey Jason, Joey.
So yeah, that's the end of this episode. So here we go to the postcard reading and the magnet part. So this time I got this little postcard from Skopje, Macedonia. And yeah, I sent it back home again. So here he is again to read it to you.
Oh, hello there. Hi there. Okay, here we go. Good day, Dad. Today I will pick up the car and drive to Skopje, Northern Macedonia. Is an interesting country with many mountains and hills. Skopje is small, but acts big with all its statues and huge buildings. I have never seen so many statues in one place. The old city looks Turkish, with a bazaar and mosques. Regards, Jason. Mosque.
Yeah, so indeed, I described it was pretty diverse, as you saw in the video. And this is the magnet I got. It's a sort of wooden magnet of Alexander the Great. The Greek probably are not very happy with this, but yeah, I thought it was nice. So yeah, after watching the video, it's probably pretty surprising how a small country can act so big and grand, basically.
just like Holland. Holland is a small country and has a huge history behind it.
Yeah, and this is a country with not even 2 million people, or barely, and they're trying to compensate for their identity problems probably with creating so many great bombastic statues. So yeah, but yeah, I guess after watching it, you consider it as an interesting option to travel to.
Yes, yeah, it looks very very interesting, and I love the architecture. I mean, I'm also for not ancient architecture, but sort of
Neoclassical.
neoclassical architecture. I like that. I like that a lot, and yeah, they have plenty of it. So by the looks of things, they have plenty of that.
Yeah. Well, that said, we will finish our coffee,
Yeah.
and the next episode is going to be about Kosovo. So, see you there.
See you in Kosovo.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.